There it goes, everybody, because today we'll continue on with a game called Never 7. Where were we? Here we go. Load it up. It may look extravagant, but it's actually an economically priced hotel.
最上階にある展望レストランはここよりも断然値段が安いし、それに見晴らしも最高で。
On the top floor is a viewpoint restaurant, which is not only cheaper than here, but the view is simply amazing.
だけど品がないわね。
But it has no dignity. Saki boldly states this.
ここの景観と全く合ってないもの。ただケバケバしいだけで。
The scenery here is just as good. That place is nothing but gaudy.
ああいうのを虚飾っていうのよ。
All they have is what's called affectation.
でしょ？そうなのよ。
Right, that's very, very, very true.
さすがさきちゃん、見る目あるね。
Impressive, Saki. You have a good eye. Izumi showers Saki with praise.
いや、だからって私は何もこの店を弁護して言ってるわけじゃないからね。
No, it's not like I'm defending the shop or anything. However, it's obvious she's lying. She doesn't like being agreed with, so she's denying it. She's definitely just the kind of person who says the opposite of what she means. Izumi smiles cheerfully as her hands fiddle with a teaspoon. She seems to understand the true meaning behind Saki's words.
それに温水プールだってついてるんだから。
Besides, they've got a heated pool there as well. Kurumi seems to be the only serious one here. Immediately after hearing that random statement, we all spontaneously laugh out loud. Then let's sneak in and check it out. The water suits her. To tell the truth, I was the one who said that as an icebreaker. Nearly everyone agrees, but there's still one person who relentlessly protests.
ほら、もう見たでしょ？早く戻ろうよ。
There, now you've seen it, right? Now let's hurry on back. Izumi's hesitation is a little surprising. Then again, I'm also surprised that the others all agreed to this. I only meant that proposal as a joke. Even so, to think we'd actually be doing this.
なんか思ったよりも楽勝だったね。
Somehow this is a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Well, yeah, you're just gonna have to check in at the hotel. What's so hard about it? Yuka says this. Although she's whispering, I could tell she's excited. Well, what did I tell you? I respond proudly. This pool doesn't have a fence. Instead, it's surrounded by hedges, so after we found a gap, it was extremely easy for us to sneak in. Oh, so they didn't pay for the entrance. What a bunch of assholes. Fortunately, there's no one else here except for us.
そうだ。
I know. Yuka's voice rises as if she's just thought of something.
水着持ってこよう。
I'll go get my swimsuit. Dude, what the hell? People are guarding you. Just, what?
だってせっかく侵入に成功したんだもん。泳がなくちゃもったいないでしょ？
After all, we broke in successfully, so it'd be a complete waste if we didn't go swimming.
じゃあ、私ロッジに帰って水着取ってくるから、みんなにそう伝えといて。
Well then, I'll go back to the lodge and get my swimsuit. Tell the others for me. Hey, Yuka, wait. Yuka leaves the pool without hearing me. I'll go back to the lodge. Easier said than done. I think a round trip will take nearly an hour. Oh, okay. Does she think we're just going to stay here that long? Man, that Yuka, she's so selfish sometimes. As I'm thinking, Saki comes over. Suddenly, she starts talking to me.
所詮日本のホテルなんてこんなもんよね。
It seems that all Japanese hotels are the same. Huh?
ここの経営者は分かってないのよ。月浜の美しさっていうのが。
The manager here clearly doesn't understand the beauty of Moon Beach. Saki's eyes are so passionate that they're scary.
いくら人間があがいてみたところで、自然の美しさには到底及ばないもの。
No matter how hard humans try, they can't match up to natural beauty. You're right. For the time being, I'll agree with her.
そうでしょ？
Aren't I?
こんなもの、単なる俗悪な娯楽施設よ。誠くん分かってるじゃない。
These things are nothing more than worldly recreational facilities. Glad you get it. Satisfied, Saki leaves me with those words. However, the truth is, I can't really sympathize with her. All I can think of is how romantic this is, quite uncharacteristic of me. By romantic, I mean the pool. The lights at the bottom of it make the water look like it's glowing. The scattering bundle of lights that shine to the sky from the bottom of the pool make it closely resemble the gates of heaven. The tips of light passing through the water are like dazzling, expanding country of light.
こういうのもありか
Well, I guess this is nice. Okiko suddenly appears and says this, but he speaks in a somewhat affected tone. Thanks to that, I am brought back to reality.
ね、くるみの言いたかったこと分かってくれたでしょ？
Well, now do you understand what Kurumi meant? This time Kurumi speaks. I respond to her question with a smile. Wait, where's Haruka? Glancing around, I quickly spot Haruka. She's sitting alone by the poolside, dipping her feet in the water. Every time she moves her slender legs, she creates tiny ripples that spread. The flickering, wavering light reflects and shines on Haruka's entire body. I slowly walk towards her as if I'm being drawn in. I say nothing and silently sit down next to her. With the exception of the sound of splashing water, we are wrapped up in stillness.
もうほらおいでってば！
Geez, come on, try and catch Kurumi.
ちょっとくるみ、大きな声出さないでよ。
Hold on, Kurumi, don't shout. On the opposite side of the pool, the two happy sisters are playing together. As I think, the gentle evening breeze brushes against my skin. It's filled with a scent of spring and ammonia. what were the chemicals used for cleaning the pool and stuff? I forgot. And Haruka, her nearly transparent figure, bathed by the pale light, is beautiful. Say nothing. Ask her, does this feel? I say nothing, just look at Haruka's face. Sounds kind of weird, but then again, she is the silent type. Okay. But if I ask her, she's not gonna answer. Maybe, should we say nothing, just look at her face? I say nothing, just look at Haruka's face. She doesn't seem to notice I'm sitting next to her. See? I knew it. She continues to dip her tiptoes in the water. Splash, splash. Gazing at her face from the side, I suddenly notice there's something different in the way she's carrying herself. How do I put it in words? It's like she's broken free of her bonds, as if she's attained enlightenment. Those sad eyes or pupils are like an optical illusion that I feel like I'm being sucked into.
気持ちいい。
This feels good. Huh? I am caught off guard by the sudden statement. I don't quite know how to reply. Well, it's more than that. Those words my heart has tied up. Up until now, there hasn't been a single echo of warmth in her words. This might be the first time I've seen something like this from Haruka. I don't know why, but my heart is filled with emotion. When I realize my mind is in a flutter, I turn my gaze across the water's surface. The shimmering lights dance before my eyes, blurring them. The swaying water makes me dizzy. The country of light feels like it could swallow me up at any time. My field of vision slowly begins to grow hazy. A drifting sense of fatigue wraps up my body. My consciousness becomes faint. Just where am I? Are we at the heaven's gate? Suddenly, I come to my senses. On the opposite side of the pool, Izumi and Kurumi are still playing with each other.
ほら、いい加減にしないと怒るわよ。
Hey, if you don't cut it out, I'll get mad.
ここまでおいで。
Heh, catch Kurumi if you can. Kurumi stands close by the pool's edge, egging Izumi-san on. Izumi, trying to catch Kurumi, begins to carefully close the distance between them. One of them falls down the pool, right? Soon enough.
ほら、捕まえた。
There, I've got you now. Izumi finally grabs Kurumi by her sleeve. Just then, at that exact moment, the ground suddenly begins to shake. A fucking earthquake. I thought they were just gonna fall down the pool, but not a fucking earthquake. The calm surface of the water is disturbed by ripples that begin to violently form. The bundle of light shatters into pieces as it scatters out in all directions. By the time I notice, it's already too late. A giant sheet of water shoots up as Izumi falls into the pool. Wait, what? Only Kurumi remains on the poolside, looking like she sacrificed Izumi to save herself. Is this what you call determination? Izumi's face sticking out of the pool surface has an expression like that of a scared, stiff little kid. Suddenly, I come to my senses. Oh, okay. The other side of the pool, Izumi and Kurumi are playing with each other. What? Hey, if you don't cut it out, I'll get mad. Catch Kurumi if you can. Kurumi stands close by the pool's edge, egging Izumi on. It's happening again. I understand it now. This is the same thing that happened earlier. It's the same thing that happened when Haruka fell down on Moon Beach. As I'm thinking all of this, Izumi begins to carefully close the distance between her and Kurumi. I quickly call out to her. Don't do it, Izumi. Izumi glances in my direction. However, soon enough, she looks back at Kurumi, her legs still in motion. Izumi! Kurumi! Try raising my voice even more, but it doesn't seem like either of them can hear me. This isn't working out. I have to give them a more general warning. With that, Izumi, an earthquake's coming. Try shouting. Hearing my words, Kurumi turns towards me. But by taking that chance... There, I've got you now. Izumi finally grabs Kurumi by the sleeve. I already know what's going to happen. The ground shakes, the pool ripples, and the lights fly around in random directions. By now, it's too late. A giant sheet of water shoots up as Izumi falls into the pool. So he can't change the future? Her face emerges from the pool with a frightened look on it. Absolutely nothing has changed from what I saw. Soon enough, the ground calms down. The surface of the pool is once again still. Izumi has climbed out of the pool and is completely soaked from head to toe. The completely dry Kurumi and the utterly soaked Izumi. The sisters stare at each other's faces, and suddenly they begin to laugh. Their happy laughter feels like a testament of their relationship. Those two continue to laugh with no signs of stopping. Oh, brother. I let out a sigh and face the other side of the pool. If they continue like this, their laughter may reach the sun. The two voices reverberate off the wall of the hotel, resounding louder and louder. As a result, we soon hear a security guard shouting as loud as thunder. We all ran away back to the Luna Beach. Luna Beach? I thought it was Moon Beach. In the half hour we've been here, I've been thinking about that this whole time. Haruka falling down on Moon Beach, the shortage of rice, and this time, the earthquake in Izumi falling into the pool. An earthquake's coming. No one has paid any attention to what I said back there. Right now, they're engaging in a conversation about something else entirely. Thank God, I thought for a moment we were screwed. I thought the security guard would catch Izumi since she was falling behind. If it weren't for Haruka's quick thinking, we'd all be caught right now. No one else would have thought to take off that guard's hat. Normally, you wouldn't have noticed that he was wearing a wig under there either. And then Haruka threw it into the center of the pool. I still remember the look on his face. Haruka's trying very hard not to get flustered, but her face is clearly starting to flush. Just then... What's wrong, Makoto? Suddenly, Saki says this, having noticed my change in behavior. No, it's just... Are you thinking about something? I guess you could say that. How do I put this? Earlier, I experienced an unusual phenomenon. An unusual phenomenon? How do I explain it to them? Simply say I had a premonition. If I had to put it in a word, it was a premonition. Simply tell them this. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I've been given the power to receive premonitions. No matter how I think about how to explain this phenomenon, the only way I can think of how to express it is I've been given the power to receive premonitions.
はあ
Okiku jeers at my claim. Right. I said it earlier, did I not, before Izumi fell into the pool? I said an earthquake's coming.
ああ、そういえば。
Now that you mention it. Also, this afternoon I somehow knew that the shop was out of rice. Right. I didn't mention this before, but I also knew Haruka was going to fall on Moon Beach.
おいおい、冗談のつもりかい、石原。
Hey, is this your idea of a joke, Ishihara? Okiku looks at me with a sharp, piercing glare.
それとも、僕らを騙そうとしてるのかな
Or could it be that you're trying to trick us? You idiot, why would I want to do that?
得になるからこそ、そんなたわけたこと言ってるんだろう。
Why else would you say all that crap unless you had something you wanted to gain from it?
つまり僕らをからかって、君は楽しんでるってわけだ。
In other words, so you could just be mocking us for your sick entertainment. What?
何しろ今日はエイプリルフールだからね。
After all, today is April Fool's Day.
まさか石原がそんな廃れた風習に固執してるとは思わなかったよ。
I didn't know you still practiced that obsolete tradition. You're wrong, that's not it at all. This isn't an April Fool's Day joke, damn it.
はいはい、わかったわかった。
Yeah, I get it. Bullshit, you clearly don't believe me.
わかってるよ。信じてやると思
Really, I do. I'll try believing you.
う。では石原大先生、明日の出来事を予知していただけますか。
Well then, great teacher Ishihara, what premonitions have you received about tomorrow? Well,
お分かりにならないのですか、先生。
with all due respect, shouldn't you know that, teacher?
それなら1時間後のことでも、あ、いや、1分後のことでもいいのですが。
In that case, what about ones regarding what will happen in 1 hour? No, in 1 minute.
まさかそんなことさえも予知できないと。
Could it be? You can't even receive premonitions about that? I don't think it works that way.
ほらな、所詮そんなことだろうと思ったよ。
See, it's exactly as I thought after all.
騙すのもいいけれど、それならもっと信憑性のある嘘をついてもらいたいもんだね。
I don't mind if you want to trick us, but it's no fun if you use such a flimsy lie.
そんな子供でも引っかからないような幼稚なやつではなく、
That's the kind of stuff that not even a child would be fooled by.
でもちょっと待って。
But wait a second.
お米のことも地震のこともつこうと思ってつけるような嘘じゃないと思うんだけど。
I don't think he could have lied about the rice and the earthquake. Thankfully, Saki comes to my rescue. However,
それは違うよ、さきちゃん。
you're wrong, Saki.
今日の夕方、僕らが初めてここへやってきたとき、くるみちゃんはこう言ったよね。
This afternoon, when we first came in, what was it that you said, Kurumi?
今日もお昼に団体客が入ってって。
I believe it was today we had a party of tourists coming for lunch.
言った。
Yeah, you're right.
きっと石原はその言葉から推理して、お米が相当減っているはずだと思ったんだろう。
From those words, Ishihara probably deduced they must have used up a ton of rice.
じゃあ地震は？
Well then, what about the earthquake?
それは説明するまでもないんじゃないかな。
That one barely needs an explanation.
あれはただ単純に一番最初に地震に気づいたのが石原だったってだけのことだから。
It's simply because the first person to notice the start of the earthquake was Ishihara. Huh?
とぼけるつもりかい？
Are you trying to play dumb?
要するに石原が地震が来るって言った時にはすでにそれは起きていたってことだ。
Basically, when Ishihara shouted, an earthquake's coming, it had already started.
僕らは泉さんとくるみちゃんのじゃれ合いに意識を集中してたからそれに気がつかなかっただけで。
We were also focused on Izumi and Kurumi's game, so we didn't notice.
そうじゃなかったら石原は普通の人では感じないような小さな揺れ、つまり余震を感じたのかもしれない。
But if Ishihara wasn't, then he might have felt some light shaking that we didn't. In other words, the preliminary tremors.
当然のことだけれど、余震が分かれば本震を言い当てるのなんてたやすいことだからね。
Naturally, if you notice the preliminary tremors, then it's simply to guess right about the arrival of the main tremor.
なるほどね。
I get it now.
そういうことだったのか。
So that's what happened.
石原、 そろそろ白状した方がいいんじゃないのかい？
Ishihara, wouldn't it be better for you to confess now? I say nothing. I've lost the will to. There's nothing more depressing than nobody believing you when you're telling the truth. I feel like an innocent suspect who's been accused of murder. It's not like they've lost faith in me, so I guess it's fine. This still sucks. Just then.
さっぱりした？
That was refreshing. Izumi rejoins us after finishing her shower.
みんな、冷蔵庫にイチゴがあるんだけど、食べる？
I have some strawberries in the fridge. Would you like some? In the end, the topic of my premonition is quickly forgotten.
もう、どうしてみんな戻ってきちゃったのよ。
Jeez, why did y'all come back here? Yuka enters the shop looking furious. Seems she's finally come back after getting her swimsuit from the lodge.
プールに行ったら誰もいないんだもん。
When I went to the pool, no one was there.
ほら、せっかく水着だって着てきたのに。
Look, I even went to the trouble of putting my swimsuit on. Yuka suddenly rolls her skirt up to illustrate her point. She's wearing a bikini. A tingling electrical current runs through my pituitary gland. It's a swimsuit. What's so great about a swimsuit? I try to convince myself of this. However, hey, no, you stay down.
Yuka-chan.
As soon as Okuhiko says this, blood pours from his nose. This is the first time I've ever seen a guy have a nosebleed. After that, we talk about many things. We're all chatting like the best of friends despite it only being our first meeting. After listening to everyone's fun stories, I've slowly stopped worrying about my premonitions.
さあ、それじゃあそろそろ帰りましょうか。
Wow, isn't it about time we all went home? Saki brings this up as the conversation dies down.
泉さんは私たちみたいに暇じゃないんだから。
Izumi, aren't we taking up your time?
だけどこのお店、明日はお休みなの。だから私のことは気にしないでいいのよ。
But the shop will be closed tomorrow. Don't worry about me. It's fine. Huh? Really?
火曜日が定休日だから。
Yes, the shop is normally closed on Tuesdays, so...
それならこういうのはどう？
Oh, if that's the case, then I've got an idea.
明日ここにいる7人みんなでさっきのプールに行ってみるっていうのは。
Why don't we try going to the pool tomorrow?
私、プール行きたい。
I want to go to the pool. The first one to agree is Haruka. That's a rare sight.
いいこと言うじゃない、優香。
Sounds like a plan, Yuka. Saki also seems eager.
誠は？
Koto? I don't really care, so sure. I don't have a reason to oppose this. It's only natural, but if we're going to the pool, then everyone will likely be in their swimsuits. That's an opportunity simply too tempting for a guy to pass up.
奥彦くんはどう？
What about you, Okuhiko?
悪いけど僕は辞退させてもらうよ。朝ダイビングをする予定なんだ。
Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I plan on going diving tomorrow.
ダイビング？
Diving?
ああ、商店街にスキューバの道具を貸してくれるところがあるらしいから。
Yeah, there seems to be a place in the shopping district where you can rent scuba gear.
それは無理よ、奥彦くん。
You can't, Okuhiko.
どうしてですか？ライセンスならちゃんと持ってますよ、僕。
Huh, why not? I've already got my license if that's what you're worried about.
そうじゃなくて、明日は波が高いから。
That's not it. It's because there'll be high waves tomorrow.
波が？
Waves.
そう、南の方に季節外れの熱帯低気圧が来てて、明日からうねりが高くなるらしいの。
Right, there's an unseasonable tropical cyclone coming in from the south, so it seems the waves will be in high tomorrow. Will be in high. What can I read?
漁師のゲンさんが言ってたことだから間違いないわ。
I heard about it from Gen, the fisherman, so there's no doubt about it.
沖の方が荒れてるから漁に出れないってぼやいてたもの。
He complained that he wouldn't be able to go out to sea and fish because of the storm.
それに今回の低気圧、移動速度が遅いから1週間ぐらいはダメかもよ。
Also, because this cyclone's migration velocity is slow, it'll be like this for about a week.
そうなんですか？
Are you sure? Izumi slowly nods.
楽しみにしてたのにな。
Damn, I was really looking forward to this.
ま、それなら仕方ないか。僕もメンバーに加わることにするよ。
Well, forget about that then. I guess I'll join up with you guys as well. Okiko reluctantly agrees.
くるみちゃんはどうかな。
Kurumi, what about you?
くるみは
Kurumi will.
くるみもプール行く。
Kurumi will also go to the pool.
くるみ
Izumi looks at Kurumi. For a split second, her eyebrows narrow. Is it just me, or does she want to say something?
それなら私も一緒に行かせてもらおうかな。
Then I'll go with you all too.
よかった。これで決まりだね。
Glad to hear it. Then it's decided. Yuka's in a very good mood.
じゃあ明日ここに迎えに来ますから。
Then we'll meet up here tomorrow.
今日のところはひとまず帰ります。
As for now, I guess we'll call it a day and go back.
それじゃあ気をつけてね。
Right, well then, please be careful. We say goodbye to Kurumi and Izumi, then leave Luna Beach. Wait, Luna? Or is it Moon Beach? Damn it. We decide to walk down Moon Beach instead of the paved road. As I am the last one to leave the shop, I follow the others from behind. Ahead are Yuka and Saki, who are talking about stories from the past. Okiko, true to his skirt chaser nature, looks at Haruka's face again and again while attempting to strike up a conversation. Just then I stop walking. At the beach I come across a group of lights coming from sea fireflies. Every time the waves break, the blue lights brighter than neon begin to casually extend seawards. The moonlight sways on the surface of the charming black sea. The blue light's boisterous dance and the swaying moonlight. That romantic scene that takes my breath away. The sea breeze is warm, atypical for a night in April. I feel like I could watch this forever, but as I'm starting, the others are getting farther and farther away from me. As I stare at the sea, I start walking again. Several steps later, another source of light shines into my field of vision. It's a cold, stinging light. What is it? Aliens! I stagger towards the source of the light, as if it's inviting me. It's lying on top of the wave-soaked sand. I lean down and pick up the light. It's that bell. Suddenly, a shiver crawls up my spine. Goosebumps form all over my entire body and my heart violently jumps up and down. It's impossible. This is definitely what I saw in my dream. The bell in my palm has a freezing cold metal texture, and it has a light crimson string. There's no mistaking it. But why the hell is it here? I've looked at something that shouldn't have been seen. I'm captured by feelings of intense guilt. I have to hide this truth. Right now. Frightened to death, my body shakes as I throw the bell towards the sea. What? We're throwing it away? We're not gonna keep it? Okay. I want to quickly run away from this reality. The bell flies in an arc before it sinks into the dark ocean. My body won't stop trembling. A scene passes through my mind. The hopeless nightmare from this morning. I shake my head to erase that image from my mind. There's no way something like that will happen. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I repeat these words to myself again and again, like a spell. It just happens to resemble the bell from that dream. No, even if it was the same bell, so what? There's nothing to be scared of, right? I feverishly run down the sandy beach. I can't stop. Though my feet are tripped up by the sand, I keep on running. The ominous ring of the bell echoes through my head. As soon as I return to my room, I crash down on the bed, crawl under the sheets, and close my eyes. I want to fall asleep right now. By tomorrow morning, I'll definitely forget all of this ever happened. However, the sound of my heart pounding loudly in my ears hinders me from sleeping. What if all the strange events that I've experienced today were really premonitions? If that's the case, was that dream a prophetic dream? For argument's sake, let's say that's true. Then just who was the girl in my dream? Yuka? Haruka? Saki, Kurumi, Izumi? Just which one of those 5 was it? Saturday, April 6th. On that day, which one of them will die? No. Why the hell am I thinking such bullshit? There's something wrong with me. I'm thinking like this just because I have 3 or 4 weird things happen to me by coincidence. Of course, it's just a coincidence. Everything's nothing more than a simple coincidence. A simple coincidence. The night feels like an eternity. I finally fall asleep as dawn approaches. Damn. April 2. Today at the pool. Today is pleasantly warm. There's not a single cloud in the clear spring sky. A wind blows in from the sea, bringing in the sweet fragrance of flowers. A white bird playfully glides across this ocean's surface. A seagull, or is it a black-tailed gull? Anyway, there's something that's bothering me. Unlike yesterday, the waves are incredibly huge. Even though the weather's good and the wind isn't that strong, the roar of the waves can be heard as they crash against the shore.
波
The waves. Haruka mutters, just 2 words. Still, those words alone are enough for us to understand what she means. The smooth, bulky curl of the waves rises up and down as if it were the tongue of a sea monster. The sign on Luna Beach's door says closed. Since Izumi had said yesterday that the shop will be closed tomorrow, we'd been expecting this. It was all part of our plan. That's because we all agreed last night to go to the pool together. Yuka tries to open the front door. Of course it's locked.
どうしよっか。
What should we do? Yuka turns to me for advice. I don't know, knock it? We should probably try the back. As I'm in the middle of answering,
ごめんなさい。鍵開けとけばよかったね。
I'm sorry, I should have unlocked it. Izumi cheerfully apologizes. Oh, good morning.
おはよ
Good morning.
う。で、準備は OK ですか、泉さん。
Well then, are you all set, Izumi?
それがね。
Well, about that. Izumi's eyebrows furrow sheepishly.
実はちょっと。
The truth is, I might have to decline. On the day of the goddamn event, really? Asshole.
それは中で話しましょう。
Well, why don't we continue this conversation inside?
ささ、入って入って。
Please, come on in.
朝ごはんは？
Have you had breakfast?
いや、それがまだなんですよ。
No, we didn't get around to it yet.
じゃあ、簡単なものでも作ろっか。
Well then, how about I whip something simple up for you all?
いいですよ。昨日だってごちそうになったんだし。
It's fine, you already treated us dinner yesterday.
プールにだって売店ぐらいあるでしょ。
Besides, shouldn't the pool have a stand? Okiko slouches in disappointment at these words. Well, it's not like I can't sympathize with him. I was also hoping for Izumi to make us breakfast.
それよりさっきの話の続き。
More importantly, let's continue the conversation from earlier, but I have to end it here because I have to prepare for work. So I'm gonna save 19. Yep, save. So this is Never 7, the end of infinity. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. Who will die? That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.